Hey guys, this is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Today I'm going to show you, I'm getting ready to build some projects based on 16 inches on center. We're building a wall. So basically, I know I don't have the best camera angle, so bear with me here. Right here on the end, um, first of all, you're always going to have, right up against the wall, you're always going to have your main king stud. So make sure you put an X there right on the end. Next, you're gonna pull from that end, and obviously just mark it, with a 2x4 so that you have the exact thickness. Uh, the next thing, so when you're pulling from there, your every tape is gonna have that 16-inch mark. I don't know if you can see it on there. The 16-inch mark, a lot of people think that's gonna be a center mark. It's not. It's definitely not gonna be a center mark. You're gonna pull from that point. Where's my pen go? And you're going to pull the 16, and then you're going to go back 3/4, because the average thickness of a 2x4 from here to here is 1.5 inches. Cut that right in half, and you got 3/4 and 3/4. So you're going to bring it back. You're going to come to 16, and then fall back 3/4, which is 15 1/4. And then you're going to put your X on the red mark so that you know what side your center is going to be on. Then when you're going back and you're actually marking it, a lot of people use a framing square. The framing square, I don't actually know where mine is right now, of course. It's actually going to be on the skinny side. It's exactly the thickness of a 2x4, 1.5 inches. So it comes in handy. In this case, I have an old scrap stud. We're just going to mark it on one side and mark it on the other side, and you're going to put your X in the middle. Now the nice thing is, once you get two studs next to each other, you want to use your top plate and your bottom plate to kind of give yourself an idea on exactly your layout. You're going to want to mark these every single one. That's what I do, because then when you get to your project, it's not going to be a huge deal. You're not going to be stressed out trying to lay it out, 15 feet in the air or something like that. So just go along, mark it every 16, and then use, whether it be a 2x4, framing square is going to be a lot more reliable. I'm going to have to find mine before my project gets going. And then just kind of pull your measurement across, and then make sure you're marking every single one. Always make sure you're doing either going back or going forward that 3/4 of an inch. Don't use that exact 16. The main reason that we use the 16 and not just throw them in where they look nice is because all the measurement 16, if you pull it out here where it comes out to the 48, that's going to be an average either piece of sheathing, plywood, particle board. It's all made in 4-foot by 8-foot sheets, whether it be drywall, plywood, OSB, MDF. It's all just a standard measurement, so that's what we go by. So as you're putting the sheets up, you're going to come across, and at that 48 inches or that 96 inches or whatever, you're going to break stud. It's going to be right on center, so that when you're ready to go to the next stud, you go ahead and pull it right in. So a couple other things, a couple more reasons exactly why we try to pay attention on the 16 inches on center. Say later on you're wanting to put, before you close up the wall and everything, you want to put insulation, or a medicine cabinet, or an ironing board cut out, or anything like that at a later point. Those are all designed to fit in between that 16 on center base. So if you're not going by that rule of thumb, you're going to have a lot of problems later. Again, another thing is, when you come up on your top plate, try to pay attention if you have a floor joist or a ceiling joist or anything coming through, because a really important factor is, right now you might not have anything coming necessarily through what you're building, but at a later time you might have a heat duct or a pump or a sewage line or a water line or anything coming through. Now, if you have your two studs here, and then your ceiling joists are right above it, that's fine, you're good. But say your ceiling joists are here and you have, kind of one off-centered here. Well, when you got to come down into that, it's going to create a lot of problems. You want to make sure that you avoid any of that. in the future. Another big thing is when you're on 16 on center. I don't know if you've ever hung a flat screen TV or anything of that matter, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt when you can't um, figure out exactly where all your studs are. So in theory, if you find the one stud and you pull in either directions on center 16 inches, you're going to find every single other stud in sequence. If you guys have any questions at all, I know some of you guys don't necessarily have a lot of faith in yourself on doing a project like this, but it's seriously simple. It's no big deal. If I left anything out, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Like, comment, subscribe, subscribe to our channel, and feel free to ask any questions. If you like, if you want a video on something else, how to do something else, please feel free to let me know. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I'm really good at a lot of things. So please, guys, thanks again for your support and watching. You guys have a beautiful day.